It didn't mind me hanging round while it sung and danced and played, and as I watched it from the shade, I realized this little bird liked being wild and unafraid. I wanna be like that little thing instead of words.
Hey friend, welcome back. Terry here, and it is Friday, and I'm going to get a cough. Sorry about that. So it is Friday afternoon, and we just got done, well, Mr. Jerry just got done putting together the new cat condo and rearranging them so now that they each have their own. We hope that they each use their own, but you know how that goes. And so we got that all taken care of, and he's been out working on wooden coasters. And what have I been doing today? Not too much. It's just like one of those days where it just blows by you. We woke up to a bunch of rain, and it had gotten, shoot, when we went to bed at 11:30 last night, it was still 51 degrees out. The highest it hit was 55. And they said today should have been warmer, but it just doesn't look like it's been warmer. But we had a lot of high winds until like 4 o'clock today is when it's supposed to slow down, because that's, I guess, that system that's going through. And so I sat there, and what did I do? Well, last night I was, like most people, I was searching the tubes, and excuse me, I don't know how it popped up on my feed. I really don't, but it was a crocheted Afghan made out of sock yarn, and it was made for Advent sock yarns, which are like 20 grams, and it would have ended up being a 45-inch by 45-inch blanket, but each block was like an 8-inch block, but they looked like quilt patterns, and that intrigued me. Now I have sock yarn. I don't have any of the little minis, not 24 of them anyways, and I don't have enough of a light colored background for it. So I clicked on it, and I was watching it, and the more and more that I liked it, I went to her Ravelry. It is based upon Anne of Green Gables, and it started last December. It goes through April, and it was made to use your Advent minis. Now you could use a DK weight. She said you really could use any weight of yarn, just depends on how big you'd like it. Well, it would take a crochet hook for the fingering yarn. She was saying a 2.5, which would be like an E, I think, an E and an F. Because each little block, there are 16 little blocks in the square, and each little block was 2 inches, so it made an 8-inch block. But each block represented a character in Anne of Green Gables, and so I thought, you know, that would make a nice Christmas gift. But I don't have fingering weight yarn to do it in. Well, then I got to thinking, you know, I could do it in worsted weight. I could figure out how to get a 3-inch square, so it would be a 12-inch block, and it'd end up being like probably close to on top of a bed. So I got out my little yarn, well, my little yarn. I got out my Aran White yarn that I was using on that 6-day star blanket, which I only have one more round to do, and I think it's going to be done. And so I first tried it in an I, size I, and that equaled out to 4 inches, and that would make a 16-inch block. So then I went down, I went to the ball band, and it suggested a H. And so I tried an H, and like I said, it made a 3. I haven't tried a G yet to see what size it is. But you make, this is what is just like a 2-round repeat granny square. If you use the fingering weight, it was a 3-round. So you would do one more round and then you would finish off. And then the other pieces was a half square triangle, which just means half of it was one color, another half was a different color, whatever the color combo of her paid pattern called for. And the pattern, she had specific blocks, but she also gave you 2.5 pages of additional quilt blocks, because half square triangles, you can just turn them around and make whatever design out of them that you wanted to. And she also gave you a page of blank graphs that you could, in a square for a block, that you could just fill in however you wanted to do your own. So, and I watched how she, because she did a tutorial on how she did the blocks, how she did the half square triangles, and then how you lay them all out in a row like in a quilt, and how you seam them together. The first 4 would be hooked to the second 4. And so you had in between each corner right here of this one, if there was another block up here, you would hook those in the corner so that they'd stay together. Now the simplest way she did it was that you just laid them down and then you picked up the block that was up here and you would sandwich them right sides together, and then you would just crochet through the back loops of both of those. So I did buy the pattern because I really, really liked it, because it combined crocheting and it combined quilting. And of course, you know how that is when you're on YouTube. You start looking at one thing and the next thing all your feeds are full of that whatever. Well, there were several others that popped up, and I was watching how they did theirs. And of course, everybody does them different. And this morning there was another one that came up, and oh my Lanta, I really like that one. I would do probably that one for us, but I didn't buy the paid for pattern because I got this one done. Yeah, Miss Nyla says hello. And so I was watching hers, and she does hers where you join as you go. So that just means that when you're ready to hook it to the block, you start part of the granny square block, and then you slip stitch it to the block you want to hook it to, and then you finish out on the top. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's clear as mud. So, but I didn't get that one, but it's just interesting to see. So this morning, I don't know, it just blew by fast this morning. We got up, I made some coffee, and I didn't even do my devotions. I got to do those yet tonight. And I mean, Jerry got up and he had his breakfast and he had a cup of coffee, and then he was out in his area, and I had a cup of coffee, and I went in and took a shower, and I went back out and I started watching that gal, and you're going to hear Nala in the bathroom. She likes to sit in the bathtub behind the shower curtain hollering, hopefully somebody will come find her, like hide and seek. And when you ignore her long enough, she comes out. So, I guess I was too busy talking to my friend and back and forth, and it was weigh-in day, and I was down 0.6, which I'm happy about that. And then I spent the good portion of the morning on Hobby Lobby's website, because their yarn is all on sale for $3.49, and I needed 12 colors, and she had a range of colors that she used, and so I was kind of trying to match, but you know, it's really hard because she's from the UK and she used cotton yarns, and Hobby Lobby had only so much they showed on I Love This Yarn, which is a number 4 Aran weight, and I only needed one of each of those colors. And I have the white from when our daughter got me at Christmas time, because I thought that 6-day start quilt or crochet throw would use them up, but I've only used not even 2, and I have a single crochet round to go around it, and then this repeat is done. She says that you go 5 repeats, and I've done 5 repeats. So I just need to, when I get that done, lay it out and see if that's how big I want it to be. And it just might be, because I just need it off my hook, you know. So I do have, because there was 7, I have 5 skeins of that, and that's 380 yards. And she said that you only needed, with the DK weight, 800 and something. So I'm figuring I should be okay. I should be okay. You know. So and then the other thing that I did was I joined Missouri Star Quilt's block of the month. It's called Spring Dreams, and I really liked it. It was all the colors, and it comes with the pattern. It comes with all the fabric for the blocks, and so this is what it's going to look like. Of course, they're all my colors, but it came in this beautiful box, and it came in with all the purple, and it came with this right here, and inside of it, it houses the books. This is called Missouri Star Quilt Company Spring Dreams Block of the Month, and this is your getting started guide. So that is what it will look like. And then it came with block 1, which is the center motif, but you're going to be doing that three more times. And there is a tutorial, and it tells you where it is, and the kit includes 1 10-inch square each of fabrics H and I, 2 10-inch squares of fabrics B as in boy, D as in David, and G, and 3 10-inch squares of fabrics E and J, a 1/4 yard of fabric A, and a 1/4 yard of background fabric. It should finish 12 inches. And I'm trying to say. So on the inside, it just says that, it says, hello quilters, welcome to month 1 of your Spring Dreams adventure. We're kicking things off right at the heart of the quilt with the center block. This month's work includes 4 corner units, 4 vertical flying geese rows, 4 mirrored flying geese rows, and 4 classic log cabin units. One step at a time and your quilt is beginning to bloom. And it shows you how to cut them out of each of them. And it shows you how they should be sewn together. So and this shows you the different blocks that will be coming up. It's like 8 blocks, but again, that's what it's going to look like. And it will finish 95 inches by 95. So should I have done that when I got my other quilt block things I haven't done yet? Probably not. And my sock yarn? Probably not, but life is too short. So, and it came right in like this, so they got them all cut right there, and then all the different colors, because these are all folded. I don't know if you could see in there or not, but they're beautiful colors. So my goal is, yep, I am still working on our daughters. That's not getting pushed off to the side, and I figured this is something that I can do when I need a break from our daughters, because I looked at our daughters, and I'm going to have to be very, very careful that I'm sewing correctly. It's not that it's overly complicated, it's just that everything looks just about the same. So I'm going to have to make sure I really mark things the way that they marked it. So, but other than that, there's not too much more. I have not worked on my sock. I'm hoping tonight to finish that star blanket, because I'm almost done with this row, and then the single crochet all the way around it. And I was able to, when I laid it on my lap last night, star point to star point would cover my feet. So, but it will be a gift, so I will fold it up, and I'll have to try to get a tote that denotes that it's in it. And yeah, so I did end up ordering the yarn from Hobby Lobby, so I won't get that till way into next week. My seeds for our garden should be coming in next week sometime. And so I'll have to be thinking, not too soon, but there's a couple things I want to try that several other people are trying, and so there are certain seeds that I need to do it with and get it going. So hopefully sometime next week. But, and Jerry's mom, I guess, is doing better, they say. They always say she's doing better, but we're not for sure what they mean by that, because better than what, you know. Yesterday for him, it was not good. I can't remember what I told you or didn't tell you, so if I'm repeating, I'm sorry. But They are working on a wheelchair for her. Jerry called again today, and it should be to her either Saturday or Monday, and he'll follow up on it just to make sure. She does have to go back for a repeat CAT scan in February. The doctor did say that her lungs were much better than before, and she doesn't have the flu. But of course, when he went and picked her up, they still have flu and all that stuff out to where she's at, so he wore a mask. He didn't think that she knew him, and she couldn't stand up on her own, and she didn't even know when he stood her up at the car what she was supposed to do. And when he took her into the restroom, he says, well, he took her to her room, and he said, do you need to go to the bathroom? And she says, well, I probably could. So he walked her into the bathroom, and he says, now here, you can go to the bathroom, or do I need to go get somebody? And she looked at him and she goes, well, what am I supposed to do? She didn't even know how to go use the toilet. So I know that they have people that are caring for her there, that give her a shower a couple times a week and all that stuff. So when they say that she's better, we're not for sure what that means. So it was a rough night last night. Let's just say that. When you know that it's coming, but when it actually hits, it still is difficult. And you know, when you usually lose somebody, it's like you lose them. But when you have a dementia family member or even friend, you lose them twice. It just doesn't seem right. But so yeah, it was a quiet night last night, and that's probably why he's been out busy doing what he's doing. And I just have been chit-chatting with my friend, and I just been watching YouTube and watching all these different crocheted quilt blocks, which just totally inspires me. I just think that is the coolest thing. So but anyways, I can't think of anything else I wanted to tell you. I say that and then I get off and I think, oh, I was going to tell him this, I was going to tell him that, and I'll tell him the next day, and nope, it's gone. So anyways, thank you, my friend, for stopping by and visiting with me. I hope you have a great, blessed weekend. I hope that you're able to get done what you need to do, and I hope that you have a nice, relaxing, and enjoyable time. And I'll be back Monday, and hopefully you can stop back by on Monday and see what has happened over our weekend. We're supposed to get snow again tomorrow, so yeah. But oh, the Hobby Lobby order, they did charge me shipping. It was like $10 for 12 skeins, and like I said, the skeins were $3.49. And Jerry said to me, he says, well, you might as well consider that gas money. He said, because we weren't planning on going up to Grand Rapids. He has a doctor's appointment routine next Wednesday, but the yarn wouldn't have been on sale next Wednesday. So, and we didn't have any other time to go. I mean, we just wasn't going to make a special trip for yarn. So he said, so it was worth it. Just look at it as gas money. So I'm going to let you go, and I am going to, I picked up my area out in the sunroom, took care of things, and brought the block of the month back in here. And yesterday I did start sewing. I got one more square on this side to do on Bethany's quilt. And then I can square that block up and mark it the way they have it marked, and then do the other block and mark it the way they have. So, and then I'm going to have to remeasure pieces because they don't say what number it is. They just say, and then take another one that's 1 7/8 by 3 7/8. I'm like, oh, Lanta. Hugs to you, my friends. And hopefully I'll see you on Monday. See you soon.
Sweet boy, my boy, eyes like a valley so deep, sweet boy, your joy flows like a river so free. All that you know is that we love you so, and you're safe here. But one day you'll eat from the tree full of knowledge and grow, grow, grow. Sweet boy, enjoy all